and welcome back to another episode of the Campbell County Trunk Show presented by Postmark LaFollette right here on WLAF. Tonight we're going to kick things off once again by showing a snippet from the upcoming Postmark LaFollette play Southbound, and I'm going to turn it over to those folks right now.
Now, Dad, you know that if we thought anything bad was going on that farm, we wouldn't let Estes... Sunshine spend as much time with Connie and Victor. It's good for her to get out in the sunshine and work on the farm. She loves the animals.
She thinks the world of Connie.
Well, I don't think it's good for her to be around those kind of things. Man.
Calvin Coolidge, what have you got all over your face? You just had that.
Annie said I could. Can we go now?
It's just leftover icing from Victor's birthday cake. Here, honey.
Red icing, how appropriate.
It's Victor's favorite color.
I'm sure it is.
Oh, Hubert.
Except for that bag for Sunshine, the car's loaded.
So all we need is Sunshine.
We gotta wait on her again?
Your sister should be here soon.
Boy, she sure picked it.
What do you mean?
Her name. She picked it good.
What do you mean, boy? Make some sense.
The whole world waits every day for the sun to come up. And here we sit waiting on Sunshine. She's always late. And what kind of name is that anyhow? Sunshine. Do I have to call her that?
I'm sure it's just a phase. All kids go through phases. It's part of growing up.
A phase? You call changing your name to Sunshine and being a communist a phase?
Your sister is not a communist.
She lives in a commune.
Well, there's a young man with some common sense. He can put two and two together and come up with four.
She does not live in a commune.
Well, she wants to. That's where Connie and that communist Victor live.
Calvin Coolidge Walden. Connie and Victor are not communists. They just live a little different lifestyle.
Your sister thinks a lot of Connie and Victor. And
she wants to be a hippie, too.
James, just because they live on a farm with other couples and dress a little differently doesn't make them hippies, and it certainly does not make them communists.
Darn close, though.
Hubert, your language.
Think about it, Nancy. Being around that farm can't be good for Sunshine.
See, you even call her that.
Calvin.
I bet they both voted for that water buffalo, Hubert Humphrey.
Calvin, James.
Hubert. Calvin, honey, there were a lot of fine people that voted for Mr. Humphrey. I voted for him myself.
Man.
Nancy, I thought you voted for Nixon.
Yay, President Nixon.
Hubert Walden. When I go in that voting booth, no one can tell me how to vote, and that's one privilege that I have as an American.
Nanny, you a
Democrat? So what if I am? I was raised by a couple of fine Methodist Democrats.
Were they hippies too?
Of course not. Calvin, honey, half the voters in the country are Democrats.
Holy moly.
And every Democrat is not a hippie.
But every hippie's a Democrat.
Good one, Dad.
Oh, come on, you two. Let's go get some lemonade and leave these two to entertain each other. Let's get the kitchen cleaned up so we can come back home to a clean house. Come on, Calvin. You just won the election. You're elected to help clean the kitchen.
You two comedians want to pay from the kitchen.
I'll take a lemonade, please.
It's nothing for me to think.
You really think she voted for the water buffalo?
Well, when I grow up, when I go in that voting booth, no one can tell me how to vote, and that's one privilege that, as an American, I have.
That was a good one.
Oh, I wish Hubert would fix that. How was your first day, honey? Did you make any friends?
I'm never going back to that school again. Can I go back to Tennessee and live with Mama and Papa?
I'll fix you a snack and you can tell me all about it.
I can't eat anything right now. My stomach is in knots.
You're turning down a snack? What's wrong?
Everything's wrong. My hair is wrong. My clothes are wrong. The way I talk is all wrong. I miss my old school and old friends in LaFollette. I want to go back home. Can't we just go back, please?
I'd love to go back. I miss your mama and papa too. But we've got to make a go of it here, at least for a while. Your father needed a job and he's found a good one here in Ohio.
You sound like Antonio and Lorenzo.
The reporters,
They called it the Southern Diaspora.
goodness, honey, how do you remember that phrase?
I looked it up in a newspaper index in the school library. The article talked about how that usually some of the people that move because they are looking for a job eventually move back. Do you think we'll move back?
I think we'll move back someday, but not tomorrow. So you'll have to go back to school tomorrow. Things will get better.
Oh no, they won't. I'm the hillbilly new kid, the hick from Tennessee.
Did someone make fun of you?
Everyone. It was Make Fun of Imogene Day. Say that again. It sounds so funny when you say it. Do they really have outhouses at the school you came from? Or did you just all poop in the woods? Are you sure you're supposed to be in the 5th grade? Everybody knows the schools are behind in Tennessee. Just one room, everybody in the same grade. Did you live next door to little Abner? Is your real name Daisy Mae? Mom, they think we live like those morons in the little Abner newspaper cartoon.
Honey, you're new to them. My grandmother used to say that everyone likes to rub the shine on the new penny. Children can be cruel. I'm sure they didn't mean to hurt you. Once they get to know you a little better, you'll fit right in.
Sure.
Didn't you meet anyone that was nice to you?
Well, yeah, but
Well, tell me about the nice ones. What was her name?
his name was Donnie.
Oh, Donnie.
Donnie Watson. We sit alphabetically, so he's right behind me. I broke my pencil and he offered to sharpen it for me. I think Sally Henderson likes him. He sits beside him and gave me a mean look when he offered to sharpen my pencil. She's the one that asked me if my real name was Daisy Mae.
So maybe she was a little jealous of him paying attention to you.
I guess so.
Who'd you sit with at lunch?
I sat with this girl named Erica. She waved me over as I was looking for a place to sit.
See, not everyone participated in Make Fun of Imogene Day.
I guess not.
Erica sounds like a nice girl. It sounds like she was trying to be your friend.
I think she might have felt sorry for me.
Now, why would you say that?
Some of the kids pick on Erica too, because she's black.
Oh,
I heard a kid call her a name when we were walking away from the cafeteria together.
oh, you were walking with her?
They called me something too.
Imogene.
I know. I can see why they were picking on me, but Erica has been there all year. She said some of the kids were mean to her every day.
Some people have a hard time with change. It's not been long since that school started allowing black students to attend.
They were forced to, by law. Erica and I talked about it.
Times are changing and some people...
Need to change too, like Daddy.
Your dad?
He doesn't like black people.
You shouldn't think that.
Well, it's true, I've heard him.
Your dad grew up in the South, Imogene. He was raised to think a certain way about black people. He's trying to change.
I don't think he's trying hard enough. I thought about inviting Erica over, but then I thought he might not like her.
I think you could invite her over. I think you should invite her over. We've all got some changes to work through. Your dad and his views on certain people, and you with school.
Little Abner's wannabe girlfriend goes to school.
Wannabe girlfriend?
I'll go back tomorrow just to spite that Sally Henderson. Donnie is kind of cute. I wonder how he'd look in overalls.
You be nice to that little Henderson girl. The Bible says we should be kind to our enemies.
Doesn't it also say something about if we pray for our enemies, it's like heaping coals of fire on their heads?
Yes.
Then I'm going to pray for her every day, morning and night.
Hello, and welcome back to another episode of the Campbell County Trunk Show presented by Postmark LaFollette, right here on WLAF. Remember, you can stream past episodes at postmarklafollette.org. Just click on Trunk Show, or you can go to the WLAF YouTube channel. As always, I'm your host, Brad Smitty. All right, and now on to tonight's episode. Tonight, once again, is a special bonus episode where local filmmaker Josh Green is going to detail his journey on the Cumberland Trail. He completely made this film, and we're so proud to show it because that's the point of the Campbell County Trunk Show. We want to highlight you, your stories, and the things you're doing here in our community. So we're so proud of Josh for sharing this with us. And without further ado, I'm going to turn it over to Josh, and we're going to watch this, and it's going to be about a 30-minute film. So just settle in, get you some popcorn, and enjoy.
Hi everyone, my name is Josh, and today I want to talk about the Cumberland Trail. In particular, the stretch spanning from Cross Mountain in Caryville all the way to Frozen Head in Morgan County. So one thing that needs to be addressed is spiders. You're outdoors, you know there's going to be insects of every kind here, there, whatever, what. There's going to be bugs outside. But in particular, I want to talk about these small, hard-shelled spiders that tend to make their web right in front of your face for miles. Yes, I said miles, because that's what we ran into, was cobweb after cobweb after cobweb of these little hard-shelled spiders that were directly face level in front of the trail. It was super annoying, and I'm pretty sure there were some living in my beard at one time. Another thing I want to address is the blowdown. So this strip, this section of trail spanning from Cross Mountain to Frozen Head, had all kinds of blowdown. Just a fair warning. Right here, this tree is just like a gnarly tree of trees, if that makes sense. Like, it's like a tree that branches out, then all this has fallen over onto the trail. So one thing I want to address when crossing trees, especially in East Tennessee, in this climate that we have, watch out for snakes. Number two is most people with common sense and probably less pride would take off their packs and crawl or go over the tree, tossing their pack on their side, which we did not. So what we did is we took our time with our packs on and carefully analyzed where we were going to put our feet, because putting those packs on was to us more of a hassle than crossing over this gnarly tree with them on. So, what's some weird noises that you all have heard in the woods? You know, this is a legit question because gray herons, they make some god awful noises. Squirrels, woodpeckers, coyotes. You know, there's tons of things that make weird noises. So one thing that we kind of encountered was we were being either stalked or we ran into hoot owls the same time every night for 4 consecutive nights. It took us 5 days to get out there, 4 nights. So we heard some weird noises and got it on tape so you can enjoy what we heard during the day, and then when you thought you were safe, dead asleep at night in your tent. Couple of hoot owls. as you continue on this field, there's going to be a spot where it looks like it goes straight and a section that looks like it cuts to the right. Well, here at this intersection is where the trail is. It's right at the bottom of this mountain that is in front of you. It is growed up. Good luck. You do go through some thorns here. It's not as bad as you think it is. It's not as bad as I'm letting on, but they are there. Do not go right, because you will get lost. Do not go straight, because you will get lost. You go up this mountain. Then you're going to come to a little plateau. You just go back, oh, this is neat. I can breathe. It's fairly flat. And as you start to look for the trail, it disappears. Where did the trail go? Directly across from you, there should be a huge briar thicket. Yes, a briar thicket. Our favorite things here in Tennessee. Because out west, you can wear shorts. Here we can't, because our legs will be like shredded cheese. That's why we wear pants all the time. But there is a briar thicket. You can easily get around it. 100%, that's what we did. So at this plateau, there's this briar thicket, like I keep saying. And then there's a hill. The trail is on that hill. It is growed up. As long as you can find some tread, you can get up it. It's eerie to go up here because everything, you're covered in these goldenrods, which why I keep calling these yellow flowers. That's what Seek told me they were. They're in part of the goldenrod family. So you have to go through this, I don't know, maybe half a mile it seems like, because it's just slow going. You're getting caught by thorns that are intertwined with the goldenrod, and you're just hating life right now, and you're rethinking everything. However, it does offer some awesome views once you get to the top. As you enter to the upper layer, the top of this field, you are on top of the mountain. Congrats, you've made it to the top of Anderson Mountain. It's all down here from here. Just remember that. Plus, another thing, the rangers have cleared a path. So, as you enter this next section of just amazing yellow flowers mixed with purples and pinks here and there, there are butterflies everywhere during this section. There's birds weaving in and out of the sides of the trail that has been cleared out. Here, I want to indicate something that happened to me and my dad. He knew that the trail veered left and down the mountain. Here I am, okay, looking for where the trail veered left. Never seen it, so I follow the field all the way out. It's a road. You follow this fielded road all the way out to the bottom. You hit a side-by-side trail, four-wheeler trail, whatever, main road, whatever you want to call it. And the trail is gone. Well, if you do that, you have to take a left. You follow this road until it gets a little bit around the corner, like it's really not that far, and this should look like there's mud puddles there. If there's mud puddles in front of this place, and there's a road directly in front of you, which would be right, if you're coming, then right, that is where the trail goes. There are 2 blazes on this tree, and they are overgrown with vegetation. Hopefully that'll be taken care of. But if not, when you do this, if you do this, that is where you turn. You have to take that and take the immediate left into some overgrown stuff again. And you walk out this old logging road, I don't know, basically until you get down the mountain. This is where we camped. We camped right here on Lick Creek. Had an awesome water source here. And a good time. So, we were there for about 5 minutes. Gotta tell you this. Was there for about 5 minutes. Put down the packs and everything. And was starting to set up camp. And then, I kind of heard something. I was like, well, what was that, And then Dad, he's like, did you hear that dog? I'm like, dog? Okay. Pause here, go back to Green's Branch because I forgot to mention something. So we met 2 guys, and they were carrying a gun, whatever. And they had advised us, to watch out for hogs coming back to here at Lick Creek. So, as I'm looking for this dog, supposedly, that Dad heard coming down off this ridge. So you got this ridge, you got us down here at this plateau, and then you got the creek in the middle. I happened to look up and see the biggest hog I have ever seen in the wild, okay? And what do? We weren't carrying. We probably should have been, because here hogs are very territorial, aggressive, especially when they got little piglets with them. They did. So, natural instinct. You start making as much noise as you can to try to get their attention to let them know that you are there. So, that's what we did. And this huge black hog just stops, makes eye contact, I feel like, with me. I didn't, look away from it. I stared it down. It's like, oh crap. Got to get ready if this thing charges at us. And luckily it had just stopped. And I've never had something be so ticked off at my presence than this hog. So, me and Dad was still talking. He was still trying to find this thing. He's older, eyesight goes, whatever. He finally spots it, and this thing just lets out a massive growl like 100 yards away, it seems like, if you're counting the vertical and stuff. So it's actually a little bit closer than that. And I was pretty intimidated. That was a pretty beastly growl. And then they took off. I said, oh God, thank you. So, that is something you need to look out for. There are hogs very active in this area here on out to Frozen Head, and the rangers will tell you the same.
All right, folks, we hope you enjoyed your time with Josh tonight. That was an amazing clip, amazing film, and we appreciate him so much for doing that. Now, that's it for the time being for the Campbell County Trunk Show for upcoming episodes. We're still working on ideas and we're going to be back. And definitely we want to submit and have your stories featured. So just as Josh did tonight, reach out to us. Phone, email, social media. We're going to put all that information up here. And as always, you can go to postmarklafollette.org and you can just contact us there. You can stop by when the co-op is open and see us and submit your own stories and chat with us. So thank you again for all the support over the past few months for the Campbell County Trunk Show. We thank you so much, and we'll see you soon.